Okay, we're here with Digimon here, who is 19. Yeah, he got pretty old on me. What I did was some of the time, remember I said I was going to learn some text? I thought that was going to take me a while, and I'm like, yeah, I got like 9 days or so left in him. It's like I got plenty of time to learn this, and I won't have to abuse the crap out of save states. Yeah, Warcry and Counter, I got in back-to-back encounters, like 5 minutes, literally, after I ended the last episode. I'm like, what the hell, man? Got him on the same screen. Counter is indeed used by the Digimon, who also use Warcry, by the way, so you can learn from them too. Dynamite Kick, I actually learned from training Brains because I wanted to, you know, just to break up the monotony of me doing off-screen stuff. I trained Brains like twice and ended up getting it. I'm like, okay, no complaints there. So now we go status. Obviously, I did train him a bit, mostly his main stats over 500. So now we can get something I've been trying to get for my last 2 Digimon, but I've never been powerful enough. And we need to do this quickly, because Digimon is going to be dead by the end of the hour. So yeah, talk about a wasted life of an ultimate Digimon. Okay, we want to go to Beetle Land. Avoid you douches. Why did Tentamon make that springy jump noise when they move? That's kind of weird. Okay. Here we want to talk to this Kabuterimon here. Sure I do. And we mastered the bug technique. That thing. It's this technique right here. We already saw Piximon use that, and the Tentamon use it also, but obviously you can learn it from either of them, but since Digimon can't learn it, we still get it on our tech list for those who are available, which is good. Yeah, see, it's decently powerful and causes LCD, otherwise known as flat. So it's not a bad technique at all. I kind of put it kind of on par with all range main, because like once it launches, it's like, screw it, it's like you're done. Alright, so we'll just wait around here until Digimon kicks the bucket. It should be in about 10 seconds. Or less. I like how it like starts to transport you back to the city before they actually kill him off. And he just stands there like all depressed, so you can see the zipper in his back. Okay, we want the green egg. Bling! What the hell happens to the eggshell fragments anyway? They like just disappear. Keep his name. Okay. Chart here, who's obviously gonna do all of this in training Digimon. Now from here, he's gonna go to Koromon, and from Koromon you can get Agumon or Gabumon. I'm gonna get an Agumon again. I know that's just kind of a little bit redundant, but basically what I want to do is I am gonna get a Milligramon, and I find him easiest to get from Greymon, which only digivolves from Agumon, so that's why I'm getting another Agumon again. I know, kind of sucky and boring, but I'm gonna like off-screen like all this crap and whatnot, because I'm not gonna cut in just to watch him digivolve for 30 seconds. But he's gonna go to a Koromon in like 6 hours, and then to get Agumon we need our offense is our highest stat and 10% of our maximum HP. Otherwise we'll end up with Gabumon. And from there, and I think I already went through this way back at the beginning when I got Centauramon accidentally, Greymon digivolves from Agumon with 100 speed, 100 offense, defense, speed, and brains. And he's got bonus conditions of 35 plus techniques. I have like 30 something, and a discipline gauge of 90% or greater. So, but now I have more time to get my discipline gauge up. His weight's like 30 grams, and like it's minimal care mistakes, I think. So I'm gonna cut back in when I actually get a Greymon, because that's gonna open up some new techniques for us. So I get plenty of time to train. So yeah, I hope that's enough info that you need. Obviously, if you have any more questions, you know, leave it in the comments and whatnot, and I'll get to it when I get to it. But until then, I'll see you with a Greymon! Arrgh. Okay, and our Agumon just evolved into a Greymon! Here's my stats here, and all that beautiful stuff. What I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm not going to be spending too much time on screen as Greymon, because I just want to get to friggin' Infinity already. So we're going to learn some of these techniques here. The first stage is number 1 is Fire Tower, which is used by the most of the Agumon in the game. You can probably easily get it from like the Toy Agumon, and the Clear Agumon, and the Toy Mansion, so I'm going to be doing that. The second one is Prominence Beam, which is used by the Blue Marimon, ironically. This one right here is Red Inferno. Not 100% sure about this one. Supposedly the Rhylamon and the Tankmon use this, so I'm going to try to get it from there. This one here is Meltdown. The easiest place to get it is in Mount Infinity. But however, since Metal Greymon can also learn it, I'm going to leave it for that during my trek in Mount Infinity. And obviously we get other techniques we can use. I don't know why Greymon can use Spinning Shot of all things. And whatnot. Yeah, I'm just going to set some of my text here. Okay, so once we do that, then we're going to sit here and train for Metal Greymon. One thing I also want to show you that I forgot the end of the last episode, I did some more bit grinding. So here, now we have Koromon over here, and that little animation looks nothing like Koromon. Now we can see we can go to Greymon. Yay! And Greymon digivolves to 2 different ones. The other one, I honestly can't remember who the hell it is, and I honestly really don't give a damn right now. I'll fill out my charts eventually and whatnot. But anyway, for Greymon, he digivolves from 5 different champions. Wow. Okay, we need, excuse me while I look at my book, which is sitting right next to me here. We need 10 or less care mistakes, 65 for weight, but that would be easy to get. We need 4,000 HP, 3,000 MP, 500 offense, 500 defense, 300 speed, and 300 brains. And we got bonus conditions of 30 plus techniques, which we do have. We have 32. And 30 plus battles. So Metal Greymon should be relatively easy to get since we've already fulfilled one of the bonus conditions, which is totally awesome. And getting stats is not going to be a problem whatsoever. One thing I finally started using, which I haven't used yet, and by the way, I have this spiny green here, which I've never seen before. It looks like a friggin' pot leaf to me. I found it in the Misty Tree, not the Misty Trees, the Gecko Swamp, actually. I'm like, I've never seen this item before. So I'm finding a lot of things I've never seen before. But anyway, what I'm going to use to aid my thing here is Super Carrots and Hawk Radishes. I actually finally started using them with Agumon here. I don't really tend to use them that much. For training, they can be helpful. You can buy them from Digimon for 500 bits each. There's no limit to how many you can buy every day. Super Carrots will decrease your weight by 2, and will boost the training effect of attack, MP, and speed, I think? Let me look that up real quick. Again, what page? Oh, sorry, attack, MP, and brains. And it'll increase it by 20%. My book says 6 hours. I don't know if there's a time limit actually on it. I do know the effect will go away if you feed your Digimon a food item. It does not go away if you visit the restaurant, though. Hawk Radishes increase your weight by 3, and will boost the training effect of defense, HP, and speed by 20% during that time. So you can use these to boost the training effect. Overall, it's not too great, but like I said before, with the training manual, it does kind of add up. And plus, there are kind of easy ways to, like, if you're trying to pork up your Digimon, you can feed them hawk radishes. Feeding them at the restaurant will really pork them up. I will say that. I think at my heaviest, my Monzemon weighs like 80. So if you're trying to get like the lower weight ultimates like Giramon and Piximon and Mamimon, stuff like that, you can kind of abuse super carrots. As far as I'm aware, overfeeding your Digimon does not count as a care mistake, as far as I'm aware. However, it will decrease your discipline. So if you have a Digimon who's got like a high discipline like Greymon, you might have to like scold it and go for lower happiness just to get that higher discipline up, which I had to do several times. I'm like, discipline the crap out of them. I mean, don't want to say the crap out of it, but I didn't let my discipline race the whole way by itself because I knew I was never going to make it otherwise, especially with feeding him that. So yeah, our stats aren't looking too bad right now. We have plenty of time to get him to a Metal Greymon. I mean, we have another nearly 7 days before the Digivolution period even starts. So yeah, we got plenty of time to do that. So yeah, I'm going to learn those techniques I described. And he walks really slowly. Boing, boing. Earthquake! So yeah, I'm going to learn those techniques I described, and then we'll come back when we get a Metal Greymon. Oh yeah. And we'll head into Mount Infinity. And I'm sorry I'm cutting like a lot of this off, but trust me, it's boring. That's the boring part about this game, is the freaking training. And you've already seen enough of that, so I'm not going to sit up to that. So, on to Metal Greymon! Oh, sorry. Okay, so our Metal Greymon is about to Digivolve here. Here are my stats. I didn't quite make the stat requirements, but apparently since I fulfilled the bonus condition and everything else is close enough, he will Digivolve to Metal Greymon. Especially at age 10, and the Digivolution period is supposed to start at day 11 of their life. And I think one other time in my life, I actually had a Digivolve on day 10 for some weird reason. Okay, so I did get the techs I described, Fire Tower, and surprisingly Red Inferno, which my guide says, like, more the mid-level Fire Digimon use it, like Vermilamon and, like, Tankmon. Surprisingly, the Toyogamon do use it as well. I actually learned that before I learned Fire Tower. So I'm like, oh, that's cool, that saved me some time. And, of course, the Prominence Beam I did take from the Blue Marimon in the Ice Sanctuary. I totally didn't realize till after I said it. I'm like, crap, you can only get into an Ice Sanctuary with a vaccine type, which fortunately Greymon is. So, thankfully we didn't miss out on that. So I'm just going to train just to get the necessary action. Actually, I'm a dumbass because I get to sleep first. It's in the morning that he Digivolves. I recorded this part yesterday, and I had my headset down. So I gotta redo this part. I'm gonna try to save normally. I'm having a little problem with that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm trying to test it as often as I can, because I'm gonna have to save the actual game file on the memory card for post-game content. Alright, so let's just train once. Actually, no, it is day 11, isn't it? Yeah. I'm a dummy. Because now the Digivolution period can begin. Doi. And he was one last mighty roar. And our tamer level goes up again, and of course he immediately wants to sleep. But obviously our stats have skyrocketed a bit. For some reason, even though the Digivolution requirement for his weight is 65, it goes down to 50 when you Digivolve. I find that really strange. Apparently all that data being ripped from him and replaced makes him lose weight. Okay. I apologize for that thing in the corner, but I can't make that go away. Alright. So now we're all set and ready. Oh, I gotta set his techniques. I can't forget to do that because I've done test runs and I've totally forgotten to actually set his techs. Now, obviously, there's a couple techs here I have open to us now. That's Delete Program, which I can't get unless I train Brains. And here we have Meltdown and Red Inferno, which both of them will get Mount Infinity, one before the other. So we gotta set his techs. Unfortunately, he can't use Thunder Justice, which really sucks. We're gonna put Full Potential, which is an awesome tech. We're gonna do All Range Beam, and I'll put Buster Drive on there. Digivolution is too slow for me. I'm sorry. I'd rather have the more quicker interrupting techniques. Even though Buster Drive isn't the fastest, but I have successfully interrupted finishers using it, which is awesome. So we're gonna fill up on supplies here. As we're getting poor again because I've eaten at the restaurant so many damn times. Okay, we're gonna fill up on medium recoveries. You don't need to buy as much stuff as I'm gonna be buying, but I just like having more stuff so I can use it a lot later. We're gonna buy some more double floppies because those are useful. These are more expensive than buying them separately, but. And I need to buy a couple porta potties. Do I really need anything else? No. If you don't have any protection floppies, I would advise getting some. Not for reasons such as, like, the Piximon fight kind of thing or anything like that, but considering how many monsters are in Mount Infinity, like for the bosses, it's better to have it than not. You'll save a little bit of time and a little bit of your other discs from healing and whatnot. Now, surprisingly, most of you people who have been watching, or at least those who have been commenting, let me get my sirloin. Yeah, I'm maxed out at 99, so I can sell some, which I'll probably do. I'll do that off screen afterwards. Let me move my stuff while I talk here. Surprisingly, most of you who have at least been commenting on this have actually played the game before, which is pretty damn sweet. I know way back in the first episode I mentioned, don't give me any bullcrap about comparing this to the first series anime because it's different and everything like that, and because I was afraid a bunch of people were going to do that. Well, this is exactly what I had in mind when I said that. Well, one very specific example, actually. For those of you who haven't played the game before or are familiar, you might be wondering, why the hell is Metal Greymon purple? Well, if we look at our stats here, this Metal Greymon, the original Metal Greymon, I tend to sometimes slip and call them the real Metal Greymon, even though both of them are equally real, is a virus type. The virus type Metal Greymon is indeed purple. When they brought him over to the anime, because of some, like, assumed assumption, a little redundancy there, I'm sorry, but I'm sure you understand what I mean, that virus-type Digimon are bad. So obviously you can't have one of them as our protagonist, so they changed him to a vaccine type and turned him orange along with it. So if you see a purple Metal Greymon, it's a virus, and if you see an orange one, it's a vaccine. Other than that, they're, as far as I'm aware, mostly the same. But yeah, I just thought I'd explain that a little bit. So next time in here, we're going to tackle Mount Infinity at last. Prepare for a lot of fighting, because we're going to kick some ass, baby.